Well, I think things are... I actually don't know what the hell is going to happen in this episode of Rick and Morty, because rest and relaxation. I mean, I think we all wish, want days where we could just, like, rest and relax and not have to worry about anything. And, I don't know if you all have ever looked into, like having acupuncture or massage therapy done to, like, completely, like de-stress you and get your body loosened up. I mean, well, the acupuncture I'm not going to do because I don't want needles, like, puncturing my body all over.
I don't like other people touching me.
I would try acupuncture. I'm kind of the same. I don't know about a massage just because I'm kind of the same way with that.
Yep.
What if it was
acupuncture? They don't have to touch you.
What if it was a very attractive redhead?
I mean, everybody has their price.
Okay.
But in general, people aren't allowed to touch me.
Okay, fair enough. I wouldn't mind. Have you ever seen Dr. Bo Hightower?
Nope.
Dude, the dude is like a wonderkind at just making people. Just like, there was a dude who walked in whose feet were like, you know how they're normally like this? It was like this. And Bo actually like found where the hitch was in the guy's leg, and he actually like popped it out, and the dude's foot went back down to normal. I mean, and also the dude had a frozen shoulder; he couldn't move his arm up to here.
One leg was shorter than the other.
It was a sports injury. The dude's like leg was impacted when he landed, and it was like his hip was out of line, and Bo lined his hip back up and like that. Actually, seeing him like do adjustments on some like you remember that dude who did like the weight over his head and did the split? Like, I am a god, a god. Juji Mifu, I believe is his name. He's like a big YouTube like bodybuilder and crazy, dude.
A lot of these names sound made up. I mean, I know all names are made up.
All names are made up,
but a lot of these names sound made up.
Well, the thing with it is Juji is like this big muscular dude. He's like all tough and everything, and Bo's just like, okay, so I'm gonna make you scream like a little girl because I can tell right here your shoulder blade on your right side is locked up. Have you been having trouble lifting stuff on that side? And he's like, a little bit, but I don't know if it's gonna. And as soon as like Bo dug his thumb in there into the shoulder blade and like loosened up the nerve, like the sensory node, the nerve node in there, all of a sudden Juju's like, oh lordy, and
that doesn't sound relaxing at all.
Well, it's not initially, but the feeling you get after, it's like a weight has been lifted off of you. It's a lot like that. The one that gets me about how chiropractic actually is like a legitimate recovery method and like a good rehabilitation was the one where this one kid named Mudathar, who's an Indian American kid, went to this one doctor, and the dude literally found where the problems were. Like his hips were misaligned, his spine was misaligned too. And step by step, piece by piece, over the span of like the next 3 to 4 weeks, Mudathar went from like hunched over like this to standing straight up in terms of like, and it was unbelievable. And Mudathar, he hadn't slept in days. His dad, and this kid was only like 17, 18 years old. He pulled his back really bad when he was trying to help his dad remove a stump in the ground, but
stumps, man, they'll kill you.
Yeah, indeed. That's why you use a truck. Anyway, we all have moments where I think we want a little bit of rest and relaxation, and let's see if Rick and Morty can achieve that in this episode.
I'm not going to get that with Grandpa Rick, I can guarantee you that.
Oh, hell no. No. Rick can go off on his own. He can go somewhere with, like, Unity and do some crazy off-the-wall shit.
Which episode this is. This is a good one. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I was trying to remember. I was like, I want to call them relax. Oh, wait, yeah, I do.
All right, let's get to it.
Nothing I've even remotely considered in the past.
Holy shit.
I want that kind
It's so creepy to have a picture of somebody you rarely ever talk to in your locker.
Foreskin kind of love, just like...
Hi. Dang it, Morty.
Everybody fuck off. Morty, I need your help. In and out. 20 minutes adventure.
They're on our tail!
Hey, Morty! 5 Seton!
Holy shit.
Steady, goddammit! 2 Setons! Pull up, Morty! Pull up!
Holy hell.
Fuck. I was not in control of that situation at all. Look at my fucking hands. Look at this shit.
Why do you keep doing this to us?
No.
Morty's wails are just hilarious.
Vacation.
That was one of my favorite scenes from the series.
You know what? That's the
Just them getting in the car, just be like,
You know, okay, if anything, that one scene right there is a testament to Justin Roiland, because that scene right there was acted out between just one person. Justin Roiland voices both Rick and Morty, and it is like, oh my gosh, dude. I wonder how many takes of that he had to do.
Well, surely he doesn't go back and forth between each character. He records one and then the other, right?
But the fact that he can switch characters up to the point of where you don't notice.
Oh.
That's the amazing thing. I mean, that's what's crazy to me, is I hear similarities in how Rick and Morty talk, just base similarities because, you know, it's the same person. You can't completely eliminate it, but the fact that he can switch his voice up that much between Rick and Morty, I'm like, damn, that's impressive and kind of scary. Okay, sorry. I'm still waiting for the episode where they run into Cthulhu. I'm still waiting for it. Oh.
Morty!
What the?
Rick?
Morty! Stupid Morty, you're an idiot. There's no such thing as hell.
I believe you, but I just want to die.
You can die when I say so. I control you. I control the universe.
Wait.
Toxins. We're not in hell, Morty. We're in the detoxifier. The machine didn't blow up. It worked normally. It removed our toxins. We're the toxins. Are you listening, you stupid little garbage person? We're what got removed.
What? Oh no! Oh no!
Detox sufficiently relaxing.
Hey, here's something no science could measure. I'm real proud to be your grandpa, Morty.
Thanks, Rick. I love you.
Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, get it. Get some. Right up your fucking bitch ass, you fuck. Guess who just
Jesus.
discovered a new element?
I think my voice is annoying.
It is, and it's your best quality.
So true.
Jesus,
Wow.
man.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, Toxic Rick and Morty. Chill a little bit with the
he's got none.
none.
It's because he's the toxic part of him.
It's a bad phone. Chuck it. I downgraded to a clamshell for emergencies only. You know, if something's worth saying, it's worth eye contact.
I traced the source of the call back to the spot we went to, Morty, and listen. Hey, asshole!
Oh, man.
Remember us?
I don't like confrontation.
You fucked us, you pieces of garbage! Morty, what if the
Jesus.
toxic parts of us have their own identities, their own will to live? What if mine shares my intelligence and devised a way to reach out to us?
Sounds like he's in a lot of pain. Focus on the good things. Trust me. Things are good. Taking that away from me? That wouldn't be healthy.
Damn.
Lasers.
Seems like he's become toxic despite not having no toxicity.
Right?
I think
It's
it
just
has
a different kind of toxic.
I think it has to do with, look, charisma can do great things for people. But if they don't have something to rein it in, if they don't have something to, like, bring them back down to earth, they can alienate literally everyone around them with it. Because I've done that. Back in the day, I used to be a little overbearing, and I used to just overcompensate for everything and try and dominate all conversation. I still kind of do. I really need to learn to shut my damn mouth every now and again. But I had to learn to to shut down every now and again, because if I kept going, I probably would have just lost my mind, because it is toxic behavior when you're over charismatic and you think you can help everybody and do everything. It's a lot like being Bono from U2. You know, he tries to think he can help everybody, and he's up on stage and he claps his hands and he says, "Every time I clap my hand, a child in Africa dies." To which there's a guy out in the crowd who just yells, "Then stop fucking clapping!" So yeah, I mean, you see, you need that to be reined in every now and again. Otherwise, you're just gonna turn into an asshole. Which I think that's what's happening to Morty.
Praying, worshiping, begging, whatever you want. What do you
Oh
think
my
about
God.
Okay, fuck it.
Tink.
What? That worked?
That's my grandpa. He's a scientist. Are you familiar with Benoit technology?
Morty, great news. I went back to the spot and they let me purchase the container.
Wow.
Fire.
Why?
Because we're coming home, bitch. Locked him in a can. Motherfucker! See? They're living in pain.
That's what they do, Rick. They live in pain. They are pain, you know?
He's right behind me, isn't he?
He's in front of you.
Oh, my eyes are still adjusting.
Is this like a sex dungeon? I guess I should have been paying attention.
Oh no!
70 years.
2 Ricks.
Right, you asked for it. Did I ask for this? Did I ask for this, huh? Did I?
Oh!
Assessing threat to groin.
Groin system 6000. Kill him.
That is my groin's user.
Believe me, I got a lot more use out of that thing than he ever did.
You know what? Not my table.
Holy shit!
Fuck you, Summer.
Fuck you.
Take it easy. Don't. You see the bad man in front of you? You're
Oh,
a
no.
little boy. You're gonna get him. You're gonna get him.
Oh! What the fuck?
Nice try, asshole.
Wow.
I wasn't expecting that. Oh god!
Okay, just leave her out of it.
What's going on?
All right, fuck this. Time for Plan B. If I can't trap you in a toxic world, I'll just make the whole world toxic.
It kind of already is.
I'm so sorry I put us in danger with some of my behavior. How could that detox machine know the difference between healthy and sick for everything that goes through it? It can't. It must be by the individual's own definition of toxicity. That means...
Oh hell. Oh no.
Our loving father. God is alive. We made him up for money.
Oh my god.
Santa Claus isn't real.
Morty, put your fucking hands in the air. You can't beat me. Yeah, I did. And then I learned something else. This. That bullet is laced with an encrypted nanobotic virus that will disintegrate your Morty in about 20 minutes. You think I give a shit? I know you give a shit, dummy. Because I know I don't. Here's another thing I know. The decryption key that neutralizes the virus. You want it? Come and get it. Merge with me and you'll know how to save him. Come on. Problem. Oh, I had all my problems removed. My entitlement, my narcissism, my crippling loneliness, my irrational attachments. They must be somewhere. They ain't over here, bro. I'm not going back in there. Honestly, I don't care either way. If I ever gave you the wheel, we'd be dead in 5 minutes.
Rick.
Poor, dumb, sick animal.
Rick.
Just do it. Just do it, you piece of... I'm back, baby. Regular Rick. Master of both worlds. Check it out. Excuse me. Now we'll just reverse this hacky toxicity beam. Man, I really overthink shit when I'm angry.
Oh no. Oh god.
God is not a lie.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn.
Holy cow.
God damn! Now it's time we remerge your little ass.
You're a better man than me, Rick. I'm healthy enough to admit that.
God.
That kid is a real piece of shit.
You're gonna save me, right?
Part of me wanted to, Toxic Morty.
So step up or step off, Dwayne. Blue pill or red pill? What'll it be, bro? Totally understand, Dwayne. You're the boss. Heinholz Biotech. $1.5 million at 33.
Hi, Morty. It's Jessica. Look, can we just talk for a minute?
Is that how long it takes for Rick to trace my location?
Come back, Morty.
Oh, sweetie, I think you hit the wrong button. You didn't hang up.
Huh. How about that?
Sorry, tiny American psycho.
So, how do you feel, Morty?
Oh, jeez. I'm miserable.
Am I good or what?
I guess it's worth it, though, to know how much you care.
Care? Me? Morty, I'm fine with you. I only did this for him.
Morty, and asking me, did you get a new Morty yet?
Because you kept drunk dialing me and crying about it.
I wasn't crying.
Jacqueline,
I
you can keep the apartment and the drones.
She can't keep the drones. They turn into a little Voltron robot. They're awesome.
Ah!
You can't keep the drones.
I want it. I want it.
We need doorstops, but a brick would work too.
Okay.
Damn.
Morty. Good to have you back. Have you ever been peed on before? Oh my god, yum.
What the fuck?
Did you ever want...
What?
Wait, you gotta listen to the song. The credit song.
Okay.
Wanna hold the Terry fold?
What the hell is this?
Say cucumber! Say cucumber!
Oh, she's alive.
Well, bless her heart.
Yeah.
She popped out yelling, "Say cucumber."
Well, she was like, she was in there for more than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that'd be hell for anyone. A toxicity
At least they did
camp.
let her out.
At least, yeah, thankfully. Oh, God. So, yeah, that was interesting, to say the least. I mean, Jesus, man. I guess you sort of need your toxic side to balance out your, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
It's weird. It makes you think about weird things with that episode.
I loved the battle between Rick and Toxic Rick because Toxic Rick pulls out I thought it was a grenade or something, and it was like a little fur pet that grew and then ate Rick, and then Rick shot Toxic Rick with the the alien burster gun, and oh man.
I think one of the things about that episode is it's kind of pointing out to an extent that even if you were to completely undo all of your totally toxic traits, if you have any, which I think everybody has some sort of trait that someone else could consider toxic.
Yeah.
So say even if I got rid of all of my anxiety, it's it could potentially make me overly confident to the point that I'm obnoxious or just a dick otherwise, and there's just all kinds of different things that personalities are just complex as fuck, and if you unbalance them improperly, then you end up getting another undesirable personality essentially. So
I could see that.
I wonder if they're almost kind of saying just be happy with who you are now basically, or exactly what they're trying to say. There's definitely people that have way too much of certain toxic traits, and those are the people you actually would say are toxic people. But I feel like there are traits that people could consider toxic that doesn't make you a toxic person as well, just by having some of those traits to an extent.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, I get that. That's actually pretty good analogy. I like that. I'd say that, and I'd also say that accept who you are is one thing, but also continue to grow and learn as a human being, I guess, because that's the one thing I think.
Yeah. Another alternate message could be it's important to work towards bettering yourself and not try to just quick fix stuff, because if you just overly quick fix something, it could have undesired results.
Yes, could have very bad undesired results. My whole thing with this, dude, is I just, damn, the whole thing just.
It's kind of I'm shy and I have to work to be not shy with people, but it would be a very bad idea for me to do the quick fix for that, which is just to be drunk all the time, because it goes away if I'm drunk.
Yes,
so.
Yeah. If you're drunk all the time,
I shouldn't just be drunk 24/7. That's a bad idea.
That would not be healthy.
For example,
that would not be healthy.
Yeah.
Me, I don't know what mine would be. I mean, I guess my counterbalance would be me getting like smoking all the time. Yeah, smoking weed all the time.
I mean, some people do that, but that's one of those things where I'm like, if smoking weed helps you, I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, overdoing it can lead. I've noticed this. Whenever I do too much, I tend to be, very, very too laid back. Like I'm way too laid back, and I don't get anything done. It's like I'll just do nothing but eat junk food all the time, and not do any editing or not do any planning or anything like that, and just sit there and watch YouTube videos or shit like that.
It really depends on the person. Because,
it does.
Like, I know people that straight up go to work on it and stuff, and get their shit done at their job, and they're basically like, yeah, if I didn't do this, I would probably have a bad time at work, possibly get fired, because it keeps me sane and doing things in a good mindset, essentially. So it's like I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's people that do that, but also they do it so much that they would develop a tolerance to it, and it basically just stops helping them. So that's kind of a place that can go bad as well. So
yeah.
So it's really up to individual people and stuff, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't think weed is ever just inherently bad, but it's just basically anything too much of a good thing. Yeah, it can kind of go bad.
Well, I mean, aspirin's a miracle drug that cures headaches, but hey, take 13 of them, it's your last headache.
Mm-hmm.
As Cat Williams said.
Or even if you take a few too many and then accidentally cut yourself on something.
Oh yeah,
you bleed out.
Mm-hmm. Thins your blood out too much.
Yeah.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was Rick and Morty Rest and Ricklaxation. Damn, and don't know what the hell's gonna happen next for them, but that was an interesting episode. That was a very interesting episode. So, again,
this whole season's interesting.
Well,
I just wish that I could remember which episodes are which. I need to just have a list next to me or whatever, because I can't ever remember about previous episodes that you've already seen. And I'm like, what's coming up? I got to look that up and be like, what do we even have left? Because I can't remember what you guys have seen and what you haven't. Makes it hard to bring stuff up because I don't want to be like, yeah, you've seen that one, right? And then you guys be like, no, and we'll be like, oops, spoiled it. Thing.
I get that. All right. Well, we're going to move on from here, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to see more, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell to stay notified. And until next time, I'm Nate.
Micah.
I'm Nick.
We'll see you in the next one then. Peace out.